Hi, welcome to class today. This is a 30-minute class that's called Candlelight Restorative. And I've lit a candle, but you can also light a candle where you are. Today's class is going to be a sequence of poses that helps with insomnia, but also it helps with blood pressure problems and also headaches or migraines. And that's because there's a correlation between not sleeping well and having other problems such as blood pressure problems or headaches. And I'm not sure that in the 30 minutes that we'll get to all the poses in the sequence, but the amount we get to will be helpful. And I'll make sure to end the class in a way that you'll be comfortable for the rest of the day or the rest of your evening. This sequence, as all of the candlelight restorative sequences are, quieting and calming. So after class, you won't really want to do too much, and that would be good. Try to stay in the calm state, the relaxed, deregulated nervous system that you'll be in by the end. Hope that's clear. All right, so if you brought some essential oil, please get it out. If not, it's okay. And just sit comfortably. I am sitting up on some blankets, but sit however you want so that you're comfortable. We're just going to be sitting for a few moments. If you happen to have some oil, just rub some oil between your two palms and your fingers. Sit tall, relax, but sit tall. And then go ahead and if you have the oil, then go ahead and place your hands cupped just over the front of your face and begin to breathe long, slow, and deep, really taking in the smell. If you don't have oil today, still rub your hands and then go ahead, take your hands to your torso, maybe your chest and maybe your belly or wherever you like. They could both also be on the belly, and just connect with your breathing. So wherever your hands are, you are connecting now with your breath, being aware of your inhalation and your exhalation and allowing yourself to drop down more deeply into your body. And why I say it like that is because I want you to be more physically aware as opposed to like in the thinking mind and the planning and the like outside of your physical body. Pull yourself in for the practice. And then take your hands now, palms down on your legs, and just sit tall for a moment. Eyes can be all the way closed. Be aware of the outline shape of you, of your body, in whatever position you're in. And draw your attention inward from that outline shape. And allow yourself as much as possible during class to really focus on you. It's a good time right now to do that. It's a good opportunity to just focus on yourself and let everything drop away as much as you can. And so if your eyes are all the way closed, go ahead and open them. And then you just need a few things for class. I realized I didn't mention that. The first pose that we're going to do is at the wall. So you do need a wall. I'm actually using this wall here, but I put blocks in front of it because the like door there is kind of odd on the floor. And basically you just need something to push your hands into for downward facing dog. And the only other prop that you'll need, that you really need to have for class, is like a rolled blanket or a towel, but that's not for this first pose. Oh, I made a mistake. You also need a block for your head. Okay, so you need a few poses, a few props for the poses, and I'll tell you again when we need them. All right, so this first one, you need to spread. So it's downward dog, but instead of the normal position of downward dog, which I think you know, this is like this. You're going to take your hands and have all four fingers touching and then the thumb stretched away. So this is the hand position on the floor. Your pointer fingers and the thumbs are touching the floor and the baseboard or the wall. So it's going to look like this here. So sometimes people lift their palms, but that's not it. You press your palms down. And then the other thing that you do need for this first one is something to support your head, because it's very quieting and calming when you have head support. So you could use a block, something like this for your head. But I'm going to show you with a bolster. Just in case you don't have blocks, you can use a bolster for this, and the other time we need something to support the head. So then what you're going to do is take your pointer finger and thumb to the baseboard or to the wall, and I'm just using the blocks here. Hands are shoulder width or wider apart, and then lift up and come into downward dog, but rest your head on whatever prop you have to rest your head on. So go ahead and come into this. Then you need to extend your arms and your legs fully, and then let your head rest on the prop. So the neck should feel comfortable. Maybe you have to build the prop up higher than what you first start with, whether it's a block or the bolster. And you're going to be here for a couple of minutes. So set yourself up, make sure that you're fully extending your arms and your legs, and that will help your torso be long and extended. And then let your head just have the support of a prop. When you're in the position, you can allow your eyes to close. After some time, or maybe right away, but after some time, they're going to want to close. So go ahead and allow that. Breathe normally, breathe easily, and let your forehead lean into the prop. And then draw your attention to your hands, the palms and the fingers, and press the palms and the fingers down, but also press the pointer fingers and the thumbs into the wall or the blocks, as I'm using the blocks, in case you're also doing that. Extend your arms and draw your shoulders up into the shoulder sockets. Lift the shoulders away from the floor. And then feel your torso is extending away from the floor. Really, it's upwards towards the buttocks, towards the pelvis. Engage the thigh muscles. You know that they're engaged when the kneecaps lift. Rotate the thighs inward and draw the front thighs to the back thighs. Be long through all four limbs and long in your torso. And just be here. If it's quiet in your space, that's great. If you turned on some soft music, some yoga music, it's also good. Just let yourself connect with your body, with your breathing, and keep adjusting and readjusting the engagement of your limbs and your head leaning down and your torso long. And then go ahead and bend your legs. You don't have to do it right away, but soon come bend your legs and just come for a moment and rest in child's pose, or you can rest over your props. You're not going to be here very long. And then you can look at the screen to see what I'm doing, just where you are, or you can sit up. But the next position is a standing forward bend, or Uttanasana. So I'm going to show using a block to support my head. You might need a block only, or maybe two blocks, or maybe you need a chair or something, or even like a low table. So what you need to do when you're ready is you come up to standing and adjust your footing so that the outsides of your feet are aligned with the edges of your yoga mat. Or anyway, if you don't have a mat, it's just wider than your hips. Your feet are a little wider than your hips. And then bend over and tuck your chin and rest your head on the support that you've chosen. Now, you can bend your legs, but if you could possibly set something up for your head support so that you can straighten your legs, that's a little better. And then just be here where your feet are firmly on the ground. Your legs, whether they're bent or straight, are firm and stable. And your torso is hanging forward. It's falling and hanging forward.
Head is resting. Just breathe easily. If you have a lot of height under your head, it may be too far for your hands to touch the floor. So you could use a block, or you can maybe hold on to your lower legs. But the arms and shoulders need to be comfortable. Tuck your chin and let your head rest on the prop. To come out of this position, bend your legs a little bit if they're all the way straight, and slowly come all the way up to standing. And then this next one, I know you can't see my head when I'm standing all the way upright, but I think it doesn't matter. There's nothing really going on with my head other than I'm talking. So you need, the next one is also Uttanasana. So it's the same, but you don't take head support. But what you do is you have, this is a blanket, but like a beach towel works really well, or the, yoga blanket works really well. You need to roll up a blanket so you have a roll. And when you're standing, again, feet as wide as your mat, you take this roll and you put it at your lower belly or underneath your ribs, and then you extend your torso over it and come down all the way into a forward bend. Again, you can bend your legs if you need to. You could have, if you can't come this low, you can just use a chair or use something, so you're not as low. But the best you can, this blanket is really drawn in towards the lower belly, and the lowest ribs are up and over the blanket or the towel roll. And then be here. Easy breathing, neck and head falling towards the ground, torso releasing from the waist towards the head, neck and head falling towards the ground with the torso. Taking your time, bend your legs and slowly come all the way up and all the way out. Taking your time, come to position yourself so you can do triangle pose. Separate your feet wide. Turn the toes to the right. If you have a block, ideal time to use it. Extend the arms out from the shoulders, extend over and take your hand down to the block, or anywhere your right hand is down from the shoulder, left arm is up. In this one, you look down. You do not turn your head and look forward or towards the ceiling. You look down at the forward foot or the floor. Press your feet into the ground, extend your legs. You can revolve your torso from right to left. It's normal. There's this spinal twist. In triangle pose with the torso opening from right to left on this first side, extend your arms away from each other. Draw your shoulders down your back. Breathe normally, breathe easily. Head, gaze is down. To come out of this, do it smoothly and as easily as you can. Press down through your feet, inhale and lift all the way up and out. And then keep breathing. You can move your block to the other side. So this is the left side that I'm talking about. Extend your arms and legs, extend to the left. Take your hand down to the block, or anyway the left hand is down below the left shoulder, right arm extends up. Turn your torso from left to right. Turn your head and look down towards the forward foot, which is the left foot. Breathe freely. Pull the shoulders down your back. Extend your arms away from each other. Revolve the torso from left to right. Make sure your head is turned and your gaze is down towards the left foot or towards the floor to your left. To come out, keep it easy and smooth. Inhale when you're ready and lift up and out. Breathe freely, once you're out, walk your feet in. Then it's back to that standing forward bend, which is Uttanasana, with the roll underneath your ribs, feet aligned with the edges of your mat. Inhale, extend forward and down, and rest your head down. Torso falling towards the head. Torso all the way through the top of your head, releasing towards the floor. Your feet are stable and your legs are strong. To come out, bend your legs, slowly roll up, roll out. This next one is Prasarita Padottanasana. So you need a block, likely, or have it nearby just in case. Then you walk your feet wide apart. And I suggest you have your heels aligned with the back of your mat. Back of the heels are aligned with the back of your mat. The legs are wide and the toes are turned inward. Extend the torso upright, then come forward and take your hands down to the floor. And then take yourself all the way down so your head touches the floor. Or if that's too far, that's when you use the block. Your head touches the block, the torso falls forward, bend your arms, and let the elbows touch the legs, hands on the floor. So the best you can in this, do the best you can in this. What I want you to note is that the back of your heels are touching the back edge of your mat, and the back of your buttock stays aligned with the back edge of your mat. So that's easy to do when the heels are aligned with the mat. So the buttocks, back of the legs, the back of the heels, all aligned with that back edge of the mat. Tuck your chin, rest your head on the prop, bend your arms, elbows, touching your legs. Breathe easily, breathe freely. Keep your legs active, let the torso fall forward, and let your head be supported with no strain on your neck, no strain anywhere. Adjust the prop so that you can be comfortable here in this wide leg standing forward bend with head support. To come out of this, take your time. Use some arm strength to lift your head off the floor or the prop. Walk your hands a little forward. Then heel toe your feet in. Bend your legs and slowly come all the way up to standing. Take your time, and then it's again back to the standing forward bend, Uttanasana, with the blanket under your abdomen, or on your abdomen, excuse me, under the ribs. I'm also doing these poses with you, so I also get very quiet inside, very still. All right, so feet wide, stand tall, solid feet, long legs. Take the blanket, by your pubic bone a little bit up from there, then extend your torso up and then go over. So the belly draws in, the blanket draws into the belly as you fall forward. Let your head fall. Let the torso fall. Keep the legs stable.
Take your time to come out, bend your legs, and slowly roll up. And then come down to the floor. And lift up into bridge pose. So this is Setu Bandha Sarvangasana. You're going to be on the floor, feet about hip distance apart. Press your feet into the ground and lift your pelvis. Then tuck one shoulder under, then the other. Press the feet into the ground again and lift the pelvis. Tuck your chin a little bit and look down towards your torso. Press the inner feet to the floor, the inner feet. So the thumb sides of the feet press down, lift your pelvis. Draw the thighs towards your knees and lift your pelvis a little more. Then interlace your fingers underneath your torso. Tuck your shoulders under more. Lift the shoulder blades into the body to help you lift your chest upwards. Press your feet down, lift your pelvis. Draw your thighs towards your knees, lift your pelvis. Breathe freely. Then untuck release the interlace of your fingers, untuck your shoulders, drop your buttocks down. Let the feet be wide and let the knees knock in towards the center. And just be here for a short time. And then roll over to one side and come all the way up. And from here, you're going to take a short shavasana. So if you have an eye pillow, use that. If you'd like to have a blanket for your head, place it, or more than a blanket, that'd be for your head. If you know that you can't lay on your back without something under your knees, go ahead and put something underneath your knees, like a bolster or some blankets. And then come lying down. If you have an extra blanket for your torso, go ahead and place that over you like a shield, really. And then also the eye pillow for your eyes. Palms up at your sides. Allow yourself to lay down in comfort. So if you don't feel comfortable, get what you need so that you are comfortable. Let your arms be away from the torso so your arms aren't touching the trunk. Palms facing the ceiling. And separate your legs a little bit so the feet are wider than your hips. And be aware of your arms and your legs relaxing downwards towards the floor. And include your hands and your feet also relaxing down towards the floor. So arms and hands, legs and feet are part of your awareness. And those areas are very still and quiet, and they're releasing towards the floor. Be aware of the back of your head and your neck also releasing downwards. The head and the neck can be like a fifth limb. So now all 5 limbs relaxed and still and releasing towards the floor. Gently carry your attention to your torso, the back side of you, the sides, the ribs area on the sides, and the front of your torso. Let the fullness of this area of you be in your awareness and allow your torso to release down towards the ground. Be aware of your breathing, any movement in the torso from the heart beating or the organs working or your breath, moving the trunk. Just be gently aware of the movement and at the same time, relax your body. all the way. Feel what it's like to be in this state of ease, this quiet stillness, and at the same time, you're awake. Just observe what it's like for you. And know that you can come back to this state either from practicing and then just being in this relaxation, shavasana, or practicing perhaps right before you go to bed so that you can then just move right into the sleep state. Right now, to come out of this positioning, wiggle your fingers and toes just gently, and then very small movement, turn your head to the right and to the left. And then bend one leg so the foot's on the floor, and then the other. And then you can roll to the side and rest on your side. And then come all the way up to a sitting position. Be comfortable. You can sit however you want. So this sequence of poses is yoga for insomnia. There are more poses than the ones we were able to do together at this time. But the feeling that you're having right now is the feeling that the few other poses would just also enhance and even deepen. And so I want you to take it easy for a while. If you need to do things today because it's early in the day, that's fine. But take some time, take at least 30 minutes to just do things in a very easy way. Because that'll give you more time later, that'll give you more clarity of mind to do whatever it is you need to do. And if it's later in the day where you are and you can do this very little, eat a little food and then go to sleep deeply, then that's wonderful. I hope you do that. But this is the end of the class for now. Thank you very much. Namaste.